listen, guys, we all need a running mate. We need at least a running mate to be the integrator, right? So if one of us is going down the wrong path, then the other one has to be the voice of reason, or we all die on the ship together. We're going to talk to the Garcia brothers first, my one-on-one students. So Victor and Gerardo, congratulations on your first deal under contract.
Thank you.
Amazing work. Yes, amazing commitment, amazing consistency. Because we do some other things with our roundtable that meets every other Thursday, some more accountability, more marketing. And so I was talking to somebody about y'all today. I think it was another roundtable member, actually. You guys' list wasn't even really that large of a list, was it? That you had started marketing to?
That was from 15 NODs that we sent out in that county. And then Yuba City, we did another like 16.
Targeted properties though.
Targeting. So it's like a big old list.
We spent time looking at that list, and it took us a while. We were like, dude, this takes a while, man, to like really go through this and see which one's gonna be on that list and which ones we're gonna pass. And but you know, it only takes one.
Yeah. Well, you guys were hunting too now. That's
Definitely.
the hunt right there. Yeah, I talked about that in the academy the other day. About when you're in the 4 Ps, because I remember we had our session, because you guys are my one-on-one students, and we had our session, and you guys were like, well, you know, we were at this point in the material, kind of, you know, should we start marketing, should we do this, you know, but we don't know if we're quite, you know, prepared for, you know, full-on action. So like, what do you think? And then that's when I directed you to the 4 Ps and the hunt, and spending that time where Victor said, like, man, it took a little time to narrow down that list, to whittle that list down to quality.
Definitely. Yep.
Over quantity. 31 leads. 31 leads turns into, what does this house have, 150,000 in equity?
Yes. It's like 120, depends, you know, what we listed for, but it's like right around 120
to end up, or maybe.
Yeah.
And he's already out of the house, right?
He's out of the house.
No repairs needed?
Nope. He even went and cleaned it up, vacuumed, and I think he said he cleaned the carpet. Yeah, he got a few little belongings in there that he's still gonna grab, but the house is brand new. When I went down the list of like the home disclosure, like the condition and everything else, I mean, everything works. He says it's a brand new house, man.
Nice. When was it built?
2018.
Oh, another new one. I love those. Those are
granite countertop. Okay. It's fairly new.
All right. Oh, granite countertops on that thing. I need a video tour of it or something. How many bedrooms and bathrooms?
So that's the thing. So it is a 4.2. When I ran the tax assessors, I said it was a 4.3. So
really,
I still have to go confirm. Yeah, I even printed it out for my record.
Okay, y'all haven't even been in the house yet, though, right? Because it's like an hour. It's like an hour away.
Yeah, he doesn't live there, and he left the key with a friend that lives in that neighborhood or somewhere nearby. So his friend is out of town, so he hasn't been able to go back. But
shit, what's today? Wednesday? Shit, we ain't got that goddamn key by Friday. We changing them locks.
Yep.
Yeah, there ain't no ifs and buts about that. That shit is wrapped up, nice little bow. So yeah, so don't trip on that. But so damn, you guys ain't even seen the house yet. Now tell me about the journey on this house, because that was to get to that lead. I remember in our very next session, you're talking about the leads that you had whittled down a week later on your hunt in the 4 Ps, right? It's the GoGetter Family's researching prospects method, guys. Following the process, learning shit, data. So now when our eyes see specific things, we'll know what it is right away, because we've been through that with intention behind it. So you guys found this house, and what, you went out there, or how'd you contact them?
So we found it on the public website, public records website. Notice of default. And so we had our list. It was one of the ones that we were trying to target. Once we got our list, we drove around to a few houses. We only like 4 houses that day, and that was one of them that we wanted to hand them over, like knock and hand them over a trifold brochure, and hopefully we can speak to the person. So we hit that house. Nobody answered. We left that brochure stuck to the door, and then we just continued, do more mailers and whatnot. A week later, we come around to hit up another house that was nearby, and then we just passed by. The flyer is still stuck to the door, so that told me that nobody has opened the door for a whole week.
In a week, yeah.
A hotter lead.
That's when it became a hot lead.
We're like, we can find this guy because no one's been there. They're probably in trouble. They're probably, out of town, in jail, something. So
yeah, that's called a zombie property too, guys. Zombie property is when it's in foreclosure and it's vacant. They have abandoned ship. That's a zombie property. So when you guys hear that term wherever internet world, that's what that is. And so your guys' first instincts then were, let me put 2 and 2 together here. I mean, and it really is simple, y'all, when we think about it. We put a flyer in the door, trifold in the door last week. It's still there. That means the house is vacant. So something's going on with this guy. We got to find him. That told y'all it was a hot lead. What'd you do next?
We turned up our skip tracing. We're like, dude, we got to find this person.
What do you mean turned up?
Somewhere along there, I remember, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think there was a notice of trustee
sale, yeah, non-judicial
we
state.
Looked in public records, we saw there was notice of trustee sale, and
on PropStream,
the records on PropStream there wasn't. So our recorder's office doesn't let us see it online. So we're like, man, when there's a notice of trustee sale, that means that it's getting auctioned out 21 days after that. So
nice.
Now it's time sensitive. We decided to go check it out, and then we saw that, oh dang, it's like maybe like a week out or something. I'm not exactly sure.
It was 10 days out or something like that.
We went over there again, and then that's when we noticed that our flyer was still there. So then we turned our skip tracing, and man, we started calling people. Like,
what do you mean turned up your skip tracing? What'd you do?
So we started paying for softwares, or like, different.
But how much though? It wasn't. How much did you pay total?
I bought a 2-month for Truth Finder, but it gave me details, but like a background check. It said something about he was gang related, maybe me thinking he was probably in jail or something, but they give us like relatives that we just hit up. We called like over 10 people.
No luck on those phone numbers.
On Truth Finder.
Yeah, wrong numbers. Lead Sherpa gave us what we were looking for because we put like $10 into that account, and then
Lead Sherpa,
and then it's 25 cents each skip trace. So that one gave us a list of relatives,
more relatives
with like maybe 2 or 3 numbers right there. So we started hitting those numbers up, and
the relatives.
No luck, man. We were about to just be like, all right, man, this guy's nowhere to be found. The last phone call that we made, it was his. And dude, I was like, yes, she knows him. And her name was Hope.
How fitting.
Yeah,
my brother
Real
was
talk.
Hope. He's like, I like that name. We should
so took that tactic that you usually say something about, either the name or the way, they sound or whatever. So I'm like, it's a cool name right there. I like it. Thank you. So she kind of opened up a little bit. And
nice.
Then I told her who we are, what we're trying to do. She's like, oh yeah, that's my nephew. I did hear that he was having trouble with this lady and fighting custody. He's like, oh, well, you know what? His house is gonna get auctioned, here on the 11th. He's like, oh, no way, that's a beautiful house and this and that. He's like, yeah, I'm really trying to help him out. And then I told her, hey, can you do me a favor and just have him reach out to me, or give me the number or something? So yeah, I'll have him reach out. So the next day, I didn't get nothing, no calls or whatever. Next day I follow up, hey, he never hit me back. His house is gonna get auctioned here soon. He's like, oh man, sorry. So let me have him call you again. I asked for a number, he didn't want to.
Yeah, you were putting the press on her to get his number, right? Because this is a sense of urgency for y'all. Y'all are like, the house is empty. It's going to foreclosure. We think we can stop it.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Next time I want you to be like, we know we can stop it. But anyway, so
FHA, yeah.
Yes. So
we believe that since it was FHA, and we talked to him that day when he returned the call, he did say he went through some type of loan modification during COVID. I'm like, boom. Like, but it was time sensitive too. It was really close.
Were you nervous? Were you nervous?
Yeah, it was.
I guess, yeah, I was nervous. I was when he called me.
About what? What was making you nervous?
Just that he calls me out of the blue. We were doing like research on other properties. We're just continuing to work, and then all of a sudden, I see a 916 number, which is a Sacramento area code, and I'm like, oh shit, that's fucking him. So I was like, American Dreamers Property Solutions, this is Gerardo, you know.
Okay.
Started telling me his you know, oh, I had asked him, oh yeah, so he's like, this is Luis, you know, my aunt told me that you called. I'm, oh Luis, I'm so glad you called me, man. How are you? He's like, well, not so good. And I'm all like, what makes you say that? You know, I'm using the techniques and stuff.
I like that.
I went through a bad separation.
Went all out.
And he just
yeah. Just with the what makes you say the dig deeper.
He opened up, Gene. He opened up because he needed like somebody just to come and save him, bro. Like it was crazy. He was in so much need that he just like, man, he just opened up and gave us a lot of information right off the bat. Like he needed help, man.
He was waiting for somebody to come along that actually said that they could potentially most likely help him instead of whatever else he was hearing from the bank and whoever else he had talked to prior to talking to real estate superheroes in the making. How'd that feel then?
It felt like I could help him, you know, once he told me that. I told him, you know, I just kind of went through the process of what you guys teach, and we ended up just to a point where, you know, I asked him if credit was important to him. He said, oh man, credit is everything to me. You know, I do plan to buy a house sometime in the future and this and that. So I just told him the benefits of what we could do. And towards the end of the call, I was like, well, you know what, based on all the information that I got up to this point, I'm about certain, but I do have to run it through the board of trustees, but I'm about certain we could, you know, take over your mortgage, give you debt relief. You know, the delinquent amount, I had to ask him how much is it. It's about 20 grand. So we'll have to take care of that, you know, and then we're gonna save your credit, you know. And after closing, I mean, we might even be able to help you out with, you know, a little bit of cash. Like, really? He wouldn't even expect nothing.
He said like this, he's like, you serious?
Oh yeah, he said something.
He said, you serious? Like he lit up, man. Like his eyes were like, dude, we gave him some hope, and now it's like, dude, now it's on, man. We have to help this guy, man.